What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got some quick Speedroid duels for you guys to check out. Speedroid's looking to make a little bit of noise now that they finally have their rubber band shooter link monster in the TCG. I believe that both of these duels are going to be against competitive decks, and the first one's actually going to be against Necroz, a deck that is known, at least post incantations, for having some incredibly strong turn 1 boards. Things like Vanity's Ruler can be GG against basically every deck in the meta. Same thing with Megazaborg, as long as you use your extra deck, it can be GG. Anyways, let's see how this duel is going to play out. Looks like, okay, Speedroids are going second, and they do actually have a couple hand traps, so that's pretty good. Gonna use one of them on the Incantation to stop a Surge. Megazaborg is probably gonna be normal summoned here, and unfortunately, it is going to meet a Ghost Ogre. So Megazaborg has to actually pop the light monster on the field, which it will not be able to do if it is first destroyed by the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So actually, it just does nothing. It ends up fizzling, and I think that that's definitely a win for Speedroids. Even if the Necroz player ultimately gets Unicorn on field plus a Surge, like, Necroz really need to get those really strong turn 1 boards. I feel like they got to get either Vanities or maybe something like, I don't know, they got to drop Megazaborg. They have to have like really strong turn 1 plays, because Necroz can't grind anymore, not with one Unicorn anyways. They can't outgrind Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks in 2019. Anyways, there's your Clock Wyvern, which of course is a 1-card shooter or a rubber band shooter, but he doesn't want to go for that. Instead, he just needs a beater to get over Unicorn. It would have made no sense to go into rubber band shooter, because it wouldn't have activated its effect. It just would have been negated. So there really wasn't a point. Nice top deck, Pot of Extravagance. Nice. He is probably going to be able to drop Trishula this turn. Looks like he is setting up for that. Trishula is going to be used, and looks like he's, oh my, that's what he did. He chain blocked with Colossus. First time I watched this, I was wondering why he didn't Ghost Ogre to Trishula, but he chain blocked him so he couldn't actually Ghost Ogre it. Very, very smart. Anyways, he's going to attack, and looks like the Speedroid player doesn't have anything left, but Take Timborg, a lot of people, you guys know when we ran Speedroid Terratops and everything, we saw the card as a brick, but it's not a brick in its own archetype. He's going to be able to reborn that. Take Timborg, trade it in for another monster, go for the rubber band shooter, and then he has the double yo-yo. That is a 1-card, probably Synchro. Usually it's like a Synchro 7, but it's actually going to be a little more here. Goes into Fast Dragon, then he's going to turn that into to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. That's going to attack. Now, he did have protection from battle from the Gungnir, but I don't know, man. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, negating your Brios, negating all your ritual searches and stuff like that, not going to do very good. Now, if he would have opened with Vanity's Ruler instead of Megazaborg, I think that he just easily, like, the game's over. Unless his opponent opens with Impermanence, Vanity's Ruler just wins the game solo, but yeah, a little too late for that card now. He should just be able to attack over the Necroz of Trishula and then pretty much end the game. Looks like his opponent just scooped it up. He saw the writing on the wall. He knew that another level 7 Synchro was probably coming down. Keep in mind, he can actually summon the Clearwing Fast Dragon from the face up, like he can summon it from the extra deck face up, if I'm not mistaken, by its own effect. You don't see it very often, but I believe that you can actually do that. Anyways, second duel is against a pretty scuffed version of Sky Striker. It's not the greatest version. I mean, I like Ghost Bell, but I don't like it in every deck. I don't necessarily like it in Sky Striker. I like it in like Stardust Assault mode, but in Sky Striker not so much. It's actually ironic that it gets hit by Called by the Grave, because one of the main reasons I use it in Stardust Assault mode is to counter Called by the Grave. So that's a little bit of irony. He is going to be able to get his Crystal or Clearwing Fast Dragon probably on board. Maybe he wants to go for that. I think that it is going to be coming momentarily. Looks like he is going to end with that, then just kind of like set one and pass. That set is Impermanence, and I think that he's going to just lose his monster, his Synchro, to Afterburner, so that was pretty anticlimactic. He's going to target his back row and not Ray with the Area 0. I thought that that was weird. This was a mistake in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Phantasme totally bailed this the Speedroid player out, but I don't like this play. I don't like using Effect Veiler on Hayate. The main reason is Hayate doesn't do anything unless you can follow it up immediately with Kagari, right? So why not just use the Effect Veiler on the Kagari? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you know they're gonna drop like Engage or whatever into the graveyard and then try to bring it back for Kagari, why not just use the negation on the Kagari? Like, the 1500 damage doesn't matter at all. I mean, I guess your opponent doesn't get the card in the graveyard, but who cares? Like, they can still just dig for one of their cards if they had one in the grave. But whatever. See, this way Instead of like in this case, he could have used the impermanence on the Shizuku, and his opponent would be in the same exact position. So I don't know. I didn't really like that play at all. Now he gets a search. I don't get why he's running Vector Blast. I think the card is a little bit of a scuff card. I mean, like most good Sky Striker players don't use it, but whatever. Anyways, he's looking to go back into those Synchro monsters. 5 monsters on board just like that. Probably going to drop a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and now you can say bye-bye to Ray, because Ray's going to try to activate. No dice. She's not going to be able to activate, and feel like this is pretty much just I feel like this is pretty much Speedroid's game to win. He top decks a Jamming Wave. That's not doing anything. He also has a copy of what's the name of that card? Shark Cannon. Yes, he goes for Shark Cannon. Not doing much there. Goes for another copy of Hayate, because the first one wasn't able to get it in. See, the 1500 damage doesn't even matter. Like if you're not being able to follow it up with Kagari, it's just so inconsequential. Overall, he wasn't able to get rid of the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I mean, that's really what this duel boiled down to, let alone the fact that he had Phantasme. So even if he did have those notorious targeting cards that Sky Strikers are known for, Afterburner and obviously like Widowmaker, he had the juice to just kind of stop him. He could have easily just discarded the Twin Twister for the 1-for-1, and even if he would have been able to, well, no, you don't even get the activation, because yeah, you don't get the card with multi-roll because it's not considered to be activated because the activation is negated. I guess he was just boned. Yeah, I guess he was just boned in that case. I mean, I think the Speedroid player played okay. The only thing I really had a problem with was him using the negation on the Hayate, but other than that, I think he played fine. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.